good name. Ryane, Good Intentions. Released November 26th, 2020. That's crazy. That's 2 days after my birthday.
Oh, happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
Happy
Thank
belated.
you.
Happy belated.
So, Good Intentions, tell me about it.
So, oh my gosh,
Tell them
actually.
about your performance, your first performance.
Oh my gosh, actually, yeah, that was in.
That was in Atlanta, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
my first time ever performing that was in Atlanta, Georgia for the Moss Fest finale, and I placed third with it.
Oh, okay, okay.
Which is, wow.
Yeah.
So matter of fact, talk about Moss Fest and your experience with that.
Honestly, it was definitely an amazing experience because you're put in a room with all these people who are going after the same dream as you, but at the same time you're networking with so many artists from different states and stuff. Like I met an artist that was from Louisiana, and I met artists that are from Miami, and like even out of like the country and like Japan.
Yeah.
And it's just like you hear all these different sounds, and it's just because music is it's so universal.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's an opportunity definitely to meet other artists and to get your music heard. And what's his name, and what is it, Authentic Empire was there.
Okay.
And they were watching and stuff, and it's crazy because you're performing in front of these important people, and it's like they like what they hear, and it makes you want to keep going more.
Yeah, it's motivational.
But yeah, Brandon Moss is a crazy cool dude. So is Lucy. Amazing working with them, and they're definitely onto something.
Yeah, definitely. That was one of the most organized events I've ever had here. And the people came out for it too, because like I took pictures because there was a line around the corner and down the block.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, it was packed.
Yeah.
It was packed.
People knew he was here.
Yeah.
Everyone was shoulder to shoulder, man. It was a cool event.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Brandon Moss. Now, you have an album coming out
Yes, I do.
this month, right?
Yep, I'm actually dropping it on January 22nd. This is my first time really releasing that date. So yes, January 22nd, Grown Conversations will be out to stream on all platforms.
Okay, so Grown Conversations, talk about the title of the
So,
project.
Grown Conversations, I feel like in 2020 especially is the time where I and a lot of others have had the most growth they've had in their lives. We've seen a lot of the world that we thought we'd never see. We have a whole shift in our minds that it's like, is this our reality now? And I feel like we've all had to have that conversation with ourselves. Like, all right, this is how it is, and what are we gonna do about it? My thing that I did about it is I'm going after my dreams. I'm going after my music. If this is how the world's gonna be, I'm gonna make sure I focus on something that I love, and that's something that I'm passionate about, because this isn't gonna be an easy time.
Yeah.
So my grown conversation with myself is, you need to do this, not just for you, but for everyone that supports you and everyone knows that this is meant for me.
Yeah.
And that's my conversation with myself. Quit letting this fear hold you back. Quit letting all these things, make you feel like you're not good enough, because honey, you are. Ryane, you're killing it.
Definitely killing it. So let's play something else. What should we play?
I think you should play Snake. Snake is actually a song that it's a different side. It's very edgy. We played it. Actually, we performed it here a few times. CJ and I are both on it.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys vibe with it.
Yeah, it's our first song we did together.
Ryane featuring CJ Snake. One Live Radio, DJ Goodnight. Let's go.
Hit the road to the adios, yeah. What you mean, baby, what you mean? What you mean? When you said to me, what you really mean? Were you really down from the jump, baby, like rolling weeds in the snow, now you can't leave. You're loving another disease, so baby girl, just leave. Can't take the pressure on right, stepping out, always messing with me. I swear that this bitch was always a tease. And now she's down in the knees. Shorty, just listen, this is a given. Being explicit, need you to leave, yeah. Hey. How you gonna aim my own dogs right back at me? How you gonna change up when I gave you my peace? I thought it funny that we both out to eat. Guess your diet consists of illusion. Why you lying? You out here trying. Hit me with the bullshit, but I'm really crying. Waiting inside, behind my eyes, yeah. But you know since can't breathe yet, I'm out on guard. I gave you patience, but you played it like
She thought she won, but I never
I
lose.
told you laces, but you morals and
You fucked it up, so I had to choose.
soon, Shawty gonna see.
But soon you see that we're history, it's no mystery. That your energy is my
I know
misery.
it's hard to see the game change,
The game
not in your
change.
favor.
No favor.
New rules can change us.
Can change
A
us.
broken heart can really shake ya, but now I'm greater. My soul replaced ya. I know that one day you will regret all of the decisions you made, leading to the point of disaster. I will not last, I will not shine, building my ladder.
Oh, I love the way she throw it. I finally let go. When she hit that perfect motion, I feel it in my soul. Thought we had something going, but I guess it wasn't so. Said she in it for the moment, she was here, but now she
So
gone.
why you lying? You out here trying to hit me with the bullshit, but you're really crying. When you decided behind my eyes, yeah. But you know since can't breathe yet.
That's a jam.
It's all pieces you had me bound. Coming as a queen, she stuck to me like a damn thing. Never chased dreams and it came to me.
I know that one day you will regret all of the decisions you made, leading to the point of disaster. I hold my laughter, I will not shatter, building my ladder.
Well, my radio DJ, good night. That Snake, Ryane featuring CJ Shapiro. Okay. Y'all definitely got a jam right there.
Such a vibe. For a first collab, I don't think it was too bad.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
actually funny because our friend Adam Eschenball, who we also went to, so me and CJ, we went to school together, elementary, middle school, high school, graduated
all the way
together, we've been all the way up in each other's lives.
All the way up.
And so everyone that we actually work with, we've had some tie with, growing up.
Yeah.
Stuff
Yeah.
like Tamira, Mika B, who we also work with, who's an R&B singer.
Yeah, and then my boy Adam Eschenball, he needs a tag, man. This dude makes crazy beats.
Yeah,
He's
he
made
made
beats
Snake
for.
beat, he made the Good Intentions beat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
And this dude just has really no music background. He just started making beats on Fruity Loops.
Yeah.
He's killing it, man. I mean, he makes some sick beats. And
Yeah, he gave us this beat, and
Yeah.
we were sitting in his basement. So I don't know if you ever watched that '70s show.
Yeah.
yeah,
But
we're sitting down
It's
there.
literally
smoking,
that's
chilling,
us.
and
That's us right there. We just sit
Yeah.
there. We're like, oh, well, we should do this. So we put on a beat, and we just went back and forth, and that's how Snake was created. It's just us, taking a few bong,
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
and then just kind of spitting anything we had, and
Yeah, and then
Snake
we came
was
up with
born.
something. Yeah, we just started
Right.
bouncing ideas back and forth. It's the first time I worked with an artist, and I was like, all right, this is sweet.
He's
Yeah,
It's
honest.
nice, fluent.
It's fast. We both write extremely fast.
Yeah, we wrote the song, basically wrote the whole thing that night.
And then
I
just
just
tweaked it.
tweaked and improvised some lyrics on the
Yeah.
spot at the studio, and then it came out real quick. And we were doing before we started doing shows all the time. We were doing Wednesday night and Thursday night karaoke
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, okay.
And we would do that and write.
Oh,
And just
okay.
work on music and
Oh,
stuff.
that's
all the
dope.
time.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, it's
Yeah.
we're huge on songwriting. I feel
Yeah.
like as every artist, if you're not songwriting, start songwriting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's we just
Start songwriting.
that's
Yeah.
literally every time we meet up or link up, we do weekly meetings.
We were
and
doing that in
stuff.
the car also, going out
Yeah,
with just
just
making
going over
stuff. But we
ideas.
actually do have weekly meetings. We have a whole team. It's all of us, just a bunch of friends getting together, doing
Really?
something they love. And
So who's on the team? Who's in?
so we have Krista York, who is our coordinator.
Yeah.
She makes
Okay.
sure we get everything in line,
Yeah, she
and
makes
she
sure we
saves
eat,
us.
wake up.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! No, she
Yeah,
literally
really
spoon
good.
feeds us. I'm surprised she hasn't killed us yet.
Because
Because I know, in my, where were we at? In, was it Tampa? We were in Tampa for a show, and she's just making sure we're all together. It was,
All right, I gotta go off topic real quick. We had a hangover day,
yeah,
movie.
no, a
Yeah.
literal hangover
Yeah.
movie day.
we went out. We performed in Tampa Saturday. It was Saturday. We performed at the Pegasus Lounge. Shout out to Hendy for hosting the event. That was sick. We performed there. Went to Ybor City like a half an hour. It's like basically a giant East Carson street. Just the whole city.
I'm familiar. My brother lives in Tampa.
We went over to Ybor City. Took Ubers out there. Got all fucked up till like 3 in the morning, and then when we took Ubers back, we wake up in the morning and Krista comes walking around. She's like, "Where's Jameer?" Our buddy Jameer that I brought down.
Yeah.
And we're like, "Fuck, we left him there." Yo,
No,
we left. He was shit faced beyond all belief. Yeah, this dude was blackout drunk, and I'm like, "Oh my god, dude, no way." So we're calling him. It's like 9 in the morning. We're calling him. His phone's dead. We go down to Ybor City at like 10:30, take an Uber down. We're all hungover as fuck. Walk around calling the morgue, calling a hospital, drunk tank and every hotel in a fucking 10-mile radius for Jameer Mosley. I'm like, yeah, man, we can't find him. We got police looking for him. It was like The Hangover, man.
Yeah.
Police officer comes up. He's like, "Yo, guys, I already seen this movie." He's like, I already seen this movie. This is fucked up. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to get back so we can catch a Steeler game.
But literally, whenever we did find him, we were already back at the hotel. They were supposed to
It
leave
was
their
an
flight
hour.
2 hours.
This dude walked 30
just
miles.
Walked
30
30
miles from Ybor
miles.
City, drunk.
This kid's fit though. Let me tell you that. This kid's like already fit.
God damn.
I know.
Yeah,
I was like, bro,
this
I
dude
had
was
an
like-
asthma attack.
He looked beat up like Doug at the end of Hangover. Just like tattered and torn, completely soaked. I mean, it's Tampa, dude. It's hot as fuck.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. 30 miles?
30 miles.
Hungover, too.
Yeah, I just.
He walked
ask people
himself
where to get
sober, dude.
Yeah, he went from drunk to hungover by the time he got there.
Well, he said he woke up when he was walking.
Yeah, he was like, he came to when he was walking, and the funniest part is this dude walked 30 miles. He stopped at a gas station, could have bought a charger, could have bought a drink. He showed up with a pack of blunts. With a pack of blunts, man, that's it.
Yeah.
Rolled up, and then we took our flight home an hour
I'm
later.
telling you, that is a movie.
Yeah, it is a movie.
Literally.
It's
you know?
because he used.
Crazy.
So we were right across from Busch Gardens. in
Oh, okay,
Tampa.
yeah.
So that's
That's
how
how
he
we
like
figured out.
atlased it. Like,
Yeah,
okay,
that's how
I'm
he
gonna
figured out
go
where he's
towards.
at.
We're gonna go towards the amusement park. It's like it's like ET photo type shit. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. That was definitely an experience. Tampa's definitely.
Tampa was sweet. Tampa was a
I think,
amazing
yeah, I won
experience.
first in that show too as well. Which thank you. Thank you. Like that was a whole
Yeah.
crazy thing.
Yeah, again, shout out to Hendy.
Yeah, Hendy. He's
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh
Hendy.
Hendy.
Yeah,
Listen
Hendy's
to his
the man.
music. He's also an artist. He's killing it.
Yeah, I mean, he's been hitting me up about shows. Like, he's like, when you open up back again? When you open up again? You know, I'm like,
driven. It's
I'm like, just
crazy.
give me till February, and we'll be back open again.
I'm honestly, without Hendy, I wouldn't be doing all these shows that I'm
Yeah.
doing. Like
Really?
he's a huge part on why I'm able to even do doing the things that I'm doing. Like he provide mostly all the shows that I do are his, and he
Really?
gives me
Yeah.
that opportunity to kind of better myself.
Yeah.
And him and his team, and the people he work with, all support me too. It's like a little family, and they just welcome me
Yeah.
and my crew in with open arms, and
Yeah, shout out to Elite Music Group too.
Yeah,
Literally, yes.
definitely.
They're sick. I
Yeah.
mean, they've given me the
They
opportunity.
killing
We've met hundreds of artists already. So,
Really?
Oh my gosh.
I've gotten so much of a bigger fan base on Instagram, other social media platforms, and it's all thanks to him and his group, hosting us here and One Live for letting us have this here, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's like back when I used to play metal and playing heavy metal and shit. We had a skate park that we played at called Scumbags
okay.
right down in Toronto, and we'd pack out shows. It was a skate park where we just set up all the instruments on the ramps.
Yeah.
And pack it out 200 people.
Yeah.
Not much bigger than this. It was a
Yeah.
little bigger, but yeah, you guys have. It reminds me of that, but with the rap scene and hip hop culture, and
Yeah.
it's cool to see something similar
Yeah.
in a whole new group.
Yeah. It's funny because I opened this in 2018, and when I first moved in here, I have a picture of what it looked like. There was a blue carpet. There was a gray carpet over there. The stage was over here, and the walls, everything was painted the same color as the ceiling.
Yeah.
You know, there was that graffiti was already here. and there was another graffiti tag over there, but they had covered half of it. So
So that face was already there.
Yeah.
That's lit.
It's
Yeah.
pretty cool. It reminds me of like Joe Boxer.
Yeah.
The Joe Boxer cover
And
man.
it's funny because like a friend of mine does graffiti, so I called him in because he's going to do a piece for me in here, and he recognized the person who did that. Like he took a picture of it, and he's like I'm going to send this to him to see if he remembers doing it. You know, and that's probably that's at least 20. Yeah, probably like 20 years old.
Holy hell, man. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, I remember performing here. Like I said, I recorded.
Okay, yeah, because
Yeah.
you were here for the Catalina wine mixer,
Yeah.
so you know that it didn't look like this
No,
when we had that event.
Yeah, it looked completely different.
Yeah.
It looked like Scumbag Skateboard.
Yeah.
It looked like it was like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It didn't have all the works it has now. You guys
Yeah.
got banners everywhere.
Got merch
Like,
hanging.
yeah,
buy,
merch
buy
hanging.
his merch.
Yeah, I mean, they're really self-promoting here 100%.
Yeah,
And they got
definitely.
all the monitors and TVs hanging everywhere. They're playing people's music videos and music in the background all the time. They're doing something different down here.
Yeah, definitely. Well, why don't you introduce War? I'm going to play the video, but I want you to introduce it to that camera so that I can use it for the countdown.
Hi guys, check out my first ever single that I've ever released called War. I hope you guys enjoy it.
What up, radio DJ? Good night. Let's go.
You start to war, choosing between your mind and heart. The game of what you think you want, opposed to what you should deserve. In the moment, your wounds may hurt, they may be tearing you apart. Be wise about your options now, don't let those wounds turn into scars. You start to war, choosing between your mind and heart. The game of what you think you want, opposed to what you should deserve. In the moment, your wounds may hurt, they may be tearing you apart. Be wise about your options now, don't let those wounds turn into scars. Saying that they don't nice, patrolling the face of the eyes. This is your play. So confused by the way your heart's so quick to decide. Your mind is always right, but you're caught up in the hurt. Your intuition is blurred. Take back your control. You know your own worth. Avoid the dangers on your soul. Avoid the dangers till you're whole. You start to want choosing between your mind and heart. The game of what you think you want, opposed to what you should deserve. In the moment, your wounds may hurt, they may be tearing you apart. Be wise about your options now, don't let those wounds turn into scars. I know that the anger is making you see red. I know that you wanna blame the world for your pain. You should know you're clouded by your own head. All these words is only to your deathbed. Take back your control, but you know your own worth. Avoid the dangers on your soul, avoid the dangers till you're whole. Take back your control, but you know your own worth. Avoid the dangers on your soul, avoid the dangers, dangers, dangers. You start to want choosing between your mind and heart. The game of what you think you want, opposed to what you should deserve. In the moment, your wounds may hurt, they may be tearing you apart. Be wise about your options now, don't let those wounds turn into scars. Honor up, you are tough, don't let this take you down. A little stuck, don't give up, in time you'll find your crown. You are stronger than you seem, just take a look around. In a war zone full of soldiers, it's in your hands now. Take back your control, you know your own worth. Avoid the dangers on your soul, avoid the dangers till you're whole. You start to want choosing between your mind and heart. The game of what you think you want, opposed to what you should deserve. In the moment, your wounds may hurt, they may be tearing you apart. Be wise about your options now, don't let those wounds turn into scars. I know that the anger is making you see red. I know that you wanna blame the world for your pain. You should know you're clouded by your own head. All these words is only to your deathbed.
Ryane Ward, one of our radio DJ good nights. Yeah, that's definitely one of my favorites. Yeah.
It's definitely probably my most meaningful song that I have out right now. That and Lost.
Yeah, actually, tell me about it.
War?
Yeah.
So War, what's it about? It's genuinely that battle that we have with our brain and our hearts. You know, we know what's best for us, but we also know what we want.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a difference between what we want and what we need. Because sometimes the things that we want most, they're a want of a materialistic thing. You know, you want it because everybody else wants it. You want it because society wants it, but do you really want it?
Yeah.
I feel it's like kind of the, like, you know, the mishap of what truly is the American dream. Like, what is it? Is it? I think it's wealth at this point. For me, I want my dream.
Yeah.
I want Ryan's dream, and
Yeah.
I feel like that is a huge part of War. Is just, you know, figuring out what is your truth.
Yeah.
You know, what is it that is going to make you keep going? Because if you keep letting these things hurt you and you keep picking the wrong thing just because you're like, well, maybe they'll change, or maybe if I just forget about it, it won't, like, it'll always come back. And you have to end that war by knowing what's best for you. Don't let them fight. Don't let them even fight. Always make sure they're on the same side. You don't always have to have a devil and angel on your shoulder.
No.
And and the thing is, though, it's like, it's your choice if you do. It's all about what you choose to do, how you choose to run your life. That's why I'm a huge advocate for the growth mindset. You know, a huge thing about, you know, seeing things as lessons. You know, every single time something beats you up, don't be like, damn, like, why did, like, God throw that at me? Like, why is he trying to hurt me? It's like, no, what is he trying to strengthen me for?
Yeah, he's trying to prepare you for something.
Exactly, like, what crazy journey. And now everything that I've been through, you know, I used to be like that. I used to be like, why is this happening? But to think about it, this industry is cutthroat. You know, I've seen that, like, there's craziness in this industry, and just the things that people will go to the extent. And I know who I am as a person, to know not to get messed up and all that. Like, I know what I want. I know how I want my music to be, and I want to change people's lives.
Yeah, a lot of times if you're a person who's still finding themselves and you get into this industry, it'll eat you up, because you know you're basically just testing things. But in life, the excess is not there normally. But in the music industry, excess is everywhere. I mean, honestly, that's what happened to Mac. You know, if he was in Pittsburgh, just local talent, he wouldn't have had the excess that he had because of his success and living in LA.
Exactly.
You know?
And, you know, that's something that my friends and I always talk about. You know, especially in this industry, everything's possible. Anything is possible.
Yeah.
And you have to prepare yourself for stuff like that. You know, it's not always cookie cutter. You know, obviously, like, we have access to social media. We can actually see what happens in these labels.
Yeah, there's just so many instances of, like, artists fucking producers over producers, messing with artists, and just not keeping everything straightforward. You kind of want to keep everything straightforward, and that's what we aim for.
So you're a collective, but have you guys been working on your ASCAP, your BMI, and you know, making sure that, you know, like, I know sometimes I found music with your first and last name, and now it's just your first name. So what are you, like, have you went through the process of, like, copywriting your name and
so
doing...
with that, I also list myself for BMI. I list also with a songwriter.
Okay.
So I use my full name for songwriting, just because I want, like, kind of like that separate for me, you know, from artistry, and then because I do, you know, helping other artists write and other stuff like that. I don't want it to be seen as my stage name. Kind of a way. So my BMI is with Ryane Corwin, which is my full name, but that's because I take that for the songwriting aspect of it. And then performer-wise, because I do distribute through TuneCore as well. And so that's kind of like how I'm still learning, though. You know, I'm always trying to educate myself the best I can, because I know, you know, there's always new things to learn, and they're always creating new platforms to distribute your music on. You know, that are
honestly, I want to introduce you to a friend of mine. His name is Gallo. Gallo is a producer. He's a rapper, but what he does right now and what he's been doing over the past year is getting licensing for music. Like, his music's played on on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Love and Hip Hop New York, Black Ink Chicago, Black Ink New York. He's had stuff with the NBA. So right now, he doesn't have a 9 to 5 because he's making enough money off of the residuals from licensing and producing music and releasing his own music so that it supports him.
Yeah.
And he loves to do collaborations with other artists so that he'll submit the music for licensing too.
Yes,
You
I
know?
love, I'm huge on collaborating, and I'm thinking about like conjoining visions.
Yeah.
I love that because I feel like everyone has different experiences in life, and obviously I've seen life through a different pair of eyes of yours, and to bring those experiences together, obviously, like when you write, you're broadening your own experience, but picture having multiple, that's even more of an outreach to connect and transform people and help them get through whatever they're going through.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you definitely want to take up every opportunity as possible.
Yeah.
Man.
Especially when you're on the rise, like especially when you're just starting out, take everything you get your name out there. You never know who you're gonna meet.
Yeah, I tell her this all the time, and everyone in the group, like.
We'll talk about your, like you met that did the Terrible Towel song, and you guys have how many views?
Jermaine Manuel, his rapper name is Lo.
Elo, that's my man.
Yeah, me and Elo, I hopped on that Pittsburgh, the Terrible song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did. My name's on it, CJ Chapetta.
Okay.
I tracked all the drums and guitars for that. Yeah, we went down Iceberg Studios down in New like 5 minutes from my house.
Really?
Hopped up in there, recorded that. He's been doing a lot of music, like I said, man. That was one of the first times I actually got paid to, put on some tracks. So it was nice. Like actually getting paid for your, like.
Talent.
One of my boys records out of Iceberg. Zach Jr.
Oh, Zach? Yeah, I got a song with Zach Jr. Pieces of the Puzzle.
Oh, okay.
Check it on Apple iTunes, Spotify.
Yeah, let's get that promo.
Pieces of the Puzzle with Bub the Tone, CJ Chapetta, and Zach Jr. It's sick, yeah. We recorded that at Hotbox Studios.
That's
Hotbox
funny.
Studios.
Yeah.
The dude that owns Hotbox, I used to manage him.
Oh yeah.
Dan.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
sweet.
he used to be in this group called Lyrical Connection with a guy named Four Eyes. And now Four Eyes shoots music videos.
Oh, that's what's up.
And Dan has the studio. He has Hotbox.
Yeah.
He went from like one little studio
to that giant facility they have.
Yeah, now he has like 3 or 4 rooms down there.
Yeah, I mean it's a good setup they got down there.
Yeah.
I always say, like I said, we got to keep the distribution of wealth between locally, local artists, local businesses, so we can grow together. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
If you keep that circle of money in there, it's nothing but growth. I don't like outsourcing too much. It's like the same thing, like our country outsources for products. And shit. We can make more money if we all did it locally. 100%.
You just gotta find the people that are willing to put in the work.
Check out the Terrible Song. It got 350,000 views on SoundCloud.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It just blew up over this past, it got a couple 100,000 views over the past 2 weeks. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, with the Steelers hitting the playoffs.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're fucking killing it. So I mean, it was a perfect year. They haven't been in the fucking playoffs in 4 years. Yeah. This is Juju's second second time going to the playoffs. That's crazy. He's been on for 4 years now, 5 years, and it's insane.
I'll have to crack your back for the microphone.
Oh yeah.
So then you hear all that ASMR right there.
Right, no doubt. So why don't you give shout outs and let everybody know social media where they can find your music?
Yeah, so well, you can find me also on Instagram. I gave that shout out a little earlier, but I'll give it again. So my Instagram is at Ryane Music, RYANE. The E is silent, just pretend it's not there, but spell it with it. So RYANE Music. I also have Twitter, it's Ryane_music. I also have a Facebook page, Ryane Music. And then you can find me on all streaming platforms. On all my social media, I have a link tree and embedded where you can find a link. And you can find all my music there. You can find my music videos, all my features. So anything you want to listen to me have a little jam party, I promise I have bops. If you like R&B, trap, and pop all kind of fused together, kind of like different flavors, I'm the one.
No doubt, no doubt.
Yeah, check me out on Instagram. That's CJ_Chiappetta.
Spell that for them.
CHIAPPETTA. It's like Chia Pet with an A at the end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, check me up on Spotify. I got tons of features up on Spotify. Most of them are under Bub the Tone, BUBDA Tone. And I got one single out on Spotify called Too Late. Check it out.
No doubt, no
Oh,
doubt.
yeah.
Well, I definitely appreciate you guys for coming through.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for having us.
If you want to come back in a couple weeks when the project drops.
Oh, heck yeah. I actually plan on, when I drop the album, the night before it drops, because it's dropping at midnight, so that
Okay.
Thursday night, I'm going to, actually an hour before, I'm going on a live stream, and I'm actually going to be previewing the album, like showing the songs to everybody and talking about it and letting people kind of like ask me questions, like, you know, if they have anything like, how is this made? Or like, you know, just to really have that intimate conversation. So definitely look out for that on January 21st. It'll probably be having around 8 p.m.
Okay.
So I can kind of like talk about it maybe like for an hour or so. I don't know really how long it's going to take, but I definitely want to take a night with everyone, and that way you can have literal conversations with me about grown conversations.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Well, definitely looking forward to it. And again, this is DJ Goodnight, One Live Radio. Check us out.
You're listening to Pittsburgh's #1 digital station.
Ladies and gentlemen,
One Live Radio. Mixlr.com/OneLiveRadio.
That's lit.
It's on fire.
you are now listening to DJ Goodnight on One Live Radio. Mixlr.com/OneLiveRadio.
I looked at you and I was like, save my day. You saved, and then you
that's
saved
what
me.
I mean,
You saved, you literally saved me.
oh, thanks, because I'm nervous as shit. Well, yeah, thank you for the opportunity, man.
No doubt. Definitely appreciate you guys coming through.
Oh, this was fun. I love the conversations we had.